Hey everybody, happy Teensy Tuesday. It's Gianna and I am making a video today that is very near and dear to my heart. It is about all of the princesses in the boutique who made my job worth it. It's a video about meaningful guest interactions that I had while I was a fairy godmother on the Disney Dream. I wrote a few of them down and I'm gonna talk about a few of them. The job in the boutique was one of the most magical jobs I've ever had. It was so incredible and these little girls really do believe in all of the magic and things that you are giving to them, which is really cool. But when I first started on the cruise line, I started in merchandise. I was down in the shops for about 3 weeks before I was a fairy godmother in training. And in those 3 weeks, I found a lot of magic. Even though it wasn't the same magic I found up in the boutique, it was still really special because on cruise line, you have the unique opportunity of having guests and the same vessel with you for multiple days at a time. So you form these bonds with them and you get to see the same kids every night, which is really cool. My first favorite interaction that I ever had was about a week into cruise line, and I had two little girls that were just the absolute cutest. And they were sisters. For some reason, they just really liked me. So first night we were just pin trading together. And then you have guests like this that come down to see you every night of the cruise. So their mom and their grandma were with them. And every single night of the cruise, they came down to see me. And on the very last night during officers pin trading, they brought me their books, their autograph books. They said, "You are our favorite princess on the ship and we want you to sign our books." And I was like, this was the first time I was ever signing an autograph book. So I was just so happy. And I just wrote a little something to each of them and just told them to keep the magic. It was really, really special. That was the first time I've ever done anything like that. The next one I have to tell the story of is a little girl who came into the shops and she was with her mother and we were talking about pin trading. That's a lot of the interactions that we had in the shops was about pin trading. But she loved to pin trade. She had 2 lanyards and she had them full, and I was talking to her about pin trading because I like to pin trade as well. And I told her that I left my pin lanyard on land and I didn't think that I would be doing any pin trading on the ship, but the opportunity has come up quite a bit. So the last day of the cruise, she came down with her mom and her mom said, "You know, my daughter got a gift for you and she's so excited. She's been talking about you the whole cruise." And she handed me this lanyard that she bought for me on the ship, which I thought, it totally made me cry because it was just so sweet that she had her like little allowance on her gift card and she wanted to spend it on a princess lanyard for me. And she said, "Now you can pin trade too, because I remember you said that you left yours at home." And she had to be like 7 years old. And these kids, they really like care about, and you're not even doing all that much. You know, you just work in the shop, but because they see you every day, because they're on the vacation of a lifetime, they're just so excited. And it was so sweet, especially when you're so far away from home and you don't have anybody to kind of have those interactions with. It's like so sweet to know that these kids like really do care about you. So once I got up into the boutique, I had so many guest interactions that were so special. We had a lot of guest interactions because you're with a girl every 45 minutes. You're doing a princess. So you're getting a princess every 45 minutes. And on Pirates Night, you're getting a pirate every 15 to 30 minutes. So you're meeting a lot of kids all day long. And some of them you just form a really special connection with because you're their fairy godmother and it's their first time doing anything like this, and they really trust you and you're telling them the story and they're believing everything that you say, and it's just like it's kind of like a really beautiful moment. I had some really special princesses and I have my favorite ones to tell you about now. So one of my most memorable princesses, her name was Camilla, and she was on the cruise with her dad and she was so funny. And I had her in the boutique all by myself, so it was just me and Camilla, and she was singing Un Poco Loco from Coco, and it was so funny. And her dad had been playing the soundtrack in the boutique, and she was doing the thing that Miguel does when he screams and he goes, "Ay, ay, ay," and she was, I mean, I was just cracking up. Like, it was hysterical. And Camilla came back 3 times. She was so funny. I loved her so much. And then her dad left a comment for me on the last day of their cruise. "Gianna at BBB. My daughter, Camilla, would ask 10 times a day to visit her fairy godmother. She wrote Camilla a letter on our last night and it made both of our days." That makes me so happy because we got to write magical moments for the kids, which was really cool. So one of the perks of being on a ship and having everybody on the same vessel again is that I can write magical moments and bring them to their door. We know where everybody is, so we can make their stay or their experience extra magical by giving them that extra pixie dust, which is really cool. But Camilla was really special. I wrote her out a magical moment and I brought it to her room, and they left that comment for me on their comment card, and I got to see that, and it was really special because, you know, they're gonna remember that for the rest of their life. I also wrote down some quotes from some girls that warmed my heart completely, and I have them here, so I will read them to you. I had a little girl, she said to me, "If I ever write a book about my life, you are going to be in it." Her name was Liliana, and she was 9. That is the most special thing I think anybody could ever say to you, because I remember being a princess when I was so young, and my fairy godmother, I still remember her, and that's 30 minutes of my entire life, but that's something that I'm gonna remember forever. And it's so cool that I gave that to so many other little girls and boys. There's a girl named Gia who was 7 from Georgia, and when she left the boutique, she was walking out, and she said, "I'm really gonna miss her." And it seems so trivial now, but it was really special on the ship to have that. You know, you're missing Christmas and all these things, and these kids just like really brighten up your day. And then I had a dad tell me, "Out of the 3 times we've been here, you are the best fairy godmother we've ever had." And that just like makes me feel so special, because I really did work hard to deliver the magic. In the time that I was in the boutique, during the times that I was working, there were 2 trans princesses, and they called ahead and let us know, you know, we want to use these pronouns, we want to treat the child this way. Their parents would call and say that. Both times the fairy godmothers in the boutique decided that I should be the one to do the transformation. They decided that I was gonna give them a very magical experience, and that was really special to me, that the other girls trusted me with something that important, because you really want to make sure that everybody has the same experience and everybody feels the magic. And both of those girls were so cool and so funny, and they were totally, they were little, so little, like 8 or 9, and they were totally rocking their like pink divas, living their best lives, and it was so rewarding for me to do that. One of my favorite memories, period, on the ship was when I had a princess very early on, and we had a very special connection when she came, and we really got along with each other, and sometimes you just have that spark with a princess. So I wrote her a magical moment, and I was going to walk it to her room, and as I'm walking it to her room, she's walking, and we run into each other, and I was like, "I was looking for you," and she said, "I was looking for you," and her dad was with her as well, and she said, "I made you these chocolates when I went on my excursion today," and she made me a bunch of little Mickey Mouse head chocolates, and I said, "I made you this," and I gave her her magical moment. But I just thought that this girl is on this vacation, and she went out on an excursion with her family today, and while they were at the chocolate factory, she was thinking, "I want to make these for my fairy godmother." I just feel like that's something that I'll never get anywhere else, because you can't really have that experience in the parks. One day I had a little girl named Kennedy, and she was very sweet, and we had such a bond. On the last day of her cruise, she came into the boutique, and she gave me a letter, and it says, "Dear Gianna, to the most amazing fairy godmother, I loved my hairstyle that you did on me. You are so sweet to send me that note. You are the best and the best hairstylist I've ever been to. I hope you like my drawing since you like Tiana. You are so amazing. Love, Kennedy." And she drew me a picture of Tiana, because Tiana is my favorite princess. And I lost it. That was so cool, because they care about you so much, and it's so special, and I love that. That letter from Kennedy I'm gonna cherish that the rest of my life for sure. My very last princess I have to tell the tale of is a little girl by the name of Annie. And she had a Royal Sea package, which means that she came into the boutique 3 times over the course of her cruise, and she got 3 different makeovers. And from the moment she stepped in the boutique, I said, "I want that princess." And I took her, and she was hysterical. She had sunglasses on that she did not take off for her entire 3 transformations. And she would sit with her sunglasses and move them like this so I could do her eyeshadow. She was so funny, and she came in every day and she would be like, "Fairy godmother Gianna!" And I had her for all 3 transformations, and it was so cool. When you have moments like that where you have these girls that you have a bond with and you get to see them for multiple days, it's almost like you have this sort of family, and then when they leave, it's so sad. But that was definitely the best part about Cruise Line, is creating those magical moments and having those kids that you will definitely remember forever. And I love that I have these little mementos that I'm gonna keep always, and then cherish those memories when hopefully one day when I have kids, they go to the boutique and they get fairy godmothers as well. I just think it's such an amazing experience that you really can't get anywhere else. So that's all for my video today. It was so nice seeing you guys again, and I'm hoping you're enjoying my videos. If you want to see anything, please let me know in the comments down below. Subscribe to my channel if you like this video. Hit that like button. Thank you so much for your support. It really does mean the world to me. Happy Teensy Tuesday. I will see you all soon. Bye.